So in today's video, I'm gonna reveal to you the 7 productivity hacks you need to make your first $1 million. I've tried it all. From the bottom of my heart, tell you what works and what doesn't work. But unhooked. Now here's the thing, YouTube is entertainment. It is not education. In life, you get ahead by applying, not learning. Learn as much as you can, but none of it will have any effect whatsoever unless you apply. The people need to download Chrome extensions or applications like Unhooked. So on the settings, I want you to turn on hide home feed. I want you to turn off the side recommendations. And I also want you to hide the comments, but I don't want you going on the home page and you're recommending a video that you think is gonna help you. It is not intentional education. I want you to get ahead in life. So the second and probably most important productivity hack, plan the day the night before. You know, when you go into the day with true intention, when you set your intention the night before, something very special happens while you're sleeping. Now, back in the day when I was really driving the business forward, I used to plan my day hour by hour. So literally hour by hour, what am I doing? For me, the most important thing is looking at my calendar, knowing what I have the next day. It's as simple as writing down 3 to 5 things I need to accomplish that day. It's that simple. So try it tonight. Tonight, before tomorrow starts, and you'll see your brain starts working overnight. Third productivity hack is to wear the same outfits. I believe that when you leave the house doing, you've got a meeting or something like that, I believe in dressing the part. I like to dress smart casual. So when I leave the house, a lot of times I've got a blazer, maybe blazer, trousers, some smart casual shoes. Sometimes I'm even wearing suits. If I came and recorded YouTube videos and I was wearing a suit, people would just find that a little strange. Or, when I've got my Zoom meetings, I feel like that would be a little strange because I don't have a physical office that I need to go to every day. So dressing the part can mean different things to you. In my early younger years, I used to overdress pretty much to everything. Really helped me because when you're young, some people will already try to discredit you in business. So if you're there with a hoodie and big graphic tees and this and that, you're not doing yourself any favors. So definitely, especially when you're younger, overdress. When I'm home, all I have is some Zoom meetings. I've got calls all day. I pretty much wear the same thing every single day. For me, it's simple. It's the same few pairs of jeans/trousers, pretty much the same shoes, and the same brand t-shirt in various different colors. I know this sounds funny, but I personally prefer to wear shoes in the house. Because I don't go to an office, I feel like when I'm wearing shoes, I know that, okay, it's time to be serious. Because for me to walk around the house with like flip-flops or sandals or shoeless, I feel like that's stuff I like to do when I'm not working or I'm in my off time or whatever. When you're just at your computer for 8 hours working, grinding on a singular task or a few tasks, and you're not really interacting too much with the outside world, just have sort of your plain uniform that you go to every day. I want you to delete TikTok right now, unless it has a direct correlation to your line of work. But let's say you get leads through your business through TikTok, which very few people do. So let's say you are the 1 in 50 people that actually makes money through TikTok. 49 of those 50 other people, just delete it. This is just another thing that is here to rob your attention. That's really it. I think I got to 1.5 or 2 million followers on TikTok without ever having downloaded the app. My team just post a bunch of stuff. I only downloaded it 3 or 4 months ago because I'm like, okay, this is crazy. We're getting like 200 million views a month on short form between TikTok and Insta Reels and what's the other, YouTube Shorts. But once again, that is related to work. And I'm deeply honored if you follow me on TikTok. But just don't. That's entertainment more than anything. That's number 1. The other thing is I want you to mute everyone on Instagram. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, Instagram is important in today's day and age, but that doesn't mean you need to watch everyone's stories or everyone posts. I would say 90% of people muted on Instagram just don't give a shit. I don't need to know what you're doing day to day. I'm gonna be honest. Now, the next productivity hack is to create a simple 3-step morning routine. When I say all of this stuff, I'm not judging because I've been there. I have done everything. I've tried everything. I'm just trying to relay really what actually works and what's fluff. And by the way, when you see all these morning routines where they wake up at 5 a.m., it's all BS. Wake up whatever time you want to wake up. It doesn't matter, trust me. If you have work or you have school, then yeah, you should be an early riser. I dropped out at 17 because I was already making crazy money. I had an employee, I had a proper business. So I dropped out of school at 17. My life story was a little different. I had to take care of me and my single mom. When I was still in school, I used to be an early riser. I hated it. I'm not really a morning person. I hated it, but for me, it was getting those early hours of working before school and those early hours of exercise a lot of times before school that really helped me make sure that I got important things done. Maybe waking up earlier makes a lot of sense to make sure that you get everything done always. Now I wake up at 8:30 because I also spend majority of my year in Dubai, and most of my employees and most of my team are in America and Europe. I have calls most days up until 9 p.m. Most of my leadership calls start at 5:30 and end at 9 between the different companies. So find a simple 3-step routine, whatever fits best into your life. Now I'm very lucky where I train at 4 p.m. every day. That works for me. But back in the day, really the only practical time to work out was first thing in the morning. So just find whatever works for you, but just make sure it's a 3-step morning routine. Now, last hack may seem simple, and that is that I want you to lay out your clothes the night before. And you especially want to lay out your clothes if you're working out in the morning. But nonetheless, you want to lay out your clothes, especially if that's something that you struggle with in your life, or especially if you struggle to wake up in the morning. It makes the morning so much more seamless. Because as I said, I have tried so much stuff, and especially in my early days, I saw so many things that I thought were important to success, and they just weren't. I hope it was useful to you. I'm watching from afar, and I'm rooting for you.